welcome back to another episode of the Talk is Deep show.
Yeah, hey, you know what's crazy, y'all? Hey, let's look at our earnings so far. Thanks to you guys, all of you, we have made a total of how much money, Pete?
45 cents.
Woo! Ballin'! Yo, it's Mark Zuckerberg getting the fuck out of here because there's a new top dog in the game. So, and if we withdraw that, Peter, how much would we be left over with?
After the 25-cent processing fee,
Yeah?
would have 20 cents.
Woo! Dollar Tree shaking right now, boy. But man, money is the root of all evil. And we are not in this to make money. No. We are in this to help people, to educate people.
On how to make money.
Yes.
So speaking of which, did people send us anything that we can help them with?
Yeah, so they do have some questions.
Some questions?
I don't know what they're asking us. We're all broke.
Okay,
Okay,
so
Mr. Tax Bracket, okay.
we get it. You're rich.
He has a 6-figure income, okay. Like,
Relax.
what is it like? Okay.
So the first question was, how do you make money quick?
What do you mean by quick? Like,
What the time frame we talking about?
I mean,
shit hit the fan. Oh God, I need $10 now.
Oh, there's a street corner right out there. Let me tell you, my family business
plug it.
does nails.
I don't think there's like a quick way to do it. Unless you get like a job. I mean,
Whoa, don't be ridiculous out here.
but that's draining. I don't know. Something like easy you can do is like go in your room and see what you can sell. I think
That's true. Most people should sell the crap that they have in their room and their house in general.
Yeah. Something that I always think of is like, I look at something and be like, would I ever buy this again in store? And if I won't, I just sell it. And if I do, I'll just keep it. So like, if you want more clothes, you always have to like get rid of clothes. And an easy way is like,
Low key, I'm such a memory hoarder. I don't know if I could like ever actually do that though.
does it spark joy?
It sparks everything from my past worst toy because my present. But yeah, speaking of money, keep going. What are you talking about?
But yeah, I feel like something you can easily do is like go on Facebook Marketplace, sell it. There's like
Ooh, if you can deal with those people.
Poshmark, Depop, all that, John. Just some easy stuff to do.
Yeah, like it's almost like side hustles, like small gigs, like walking dogs.
Try a career at SoundCloud. I heard those people make a lot of money too.
Yeah.
Or do a podcast.
And make a crumb. But yeah, I think like working, also just selling stuff is an easy thing to do too.
Yeah. I don't think you'll ever get like get rich quick type of money. Fast anyways. Unless you're like really, really lucky or like take a really, really big risk.
Or you can sell like
just-
pictures of your feet.
Just
That's
go
true.
walk
I've
around the
heard
mall.
that.
Make some friends. They might get you into a pyramid scheme. And
Hang out.
Anybody from Annandale High School, stop messaging me. I'm not interested. But good luck to your future endeavors.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard to like make money, and it's always going to take time and discipline.
Yeah.
All right, the next question is, how do you approach investing, or what is like investing 101 for you?
Oh, that's easy.
I have no idea how. But invest in yourself and maybe someone will invest in you.
Wow.
Wow, can you share some of your accomplishments with that result? Why did my
Sorry.
voice crack for like 3 seconds?
Top secret. Subscribe to my Patreon to find out
You
more.
are looking at her investment right now. We are in her investment.
But yeah, I think you guys have more experience in like investing in stocks and having that knowledge better.
Well, I'm poor. I'm all the stocks have dropped. But I think like something that is good is remember to diversify your portfolio. Don't just invest into like technology because like shit can hit the fan with technology. But like if you diversify your portfolio, do like beauty, technology, whatever, do that. And what I also did was I went online. I'm that bitch. I like made a fake like investment portfolio and like I tracked it for 6 months. But like the stock market is like unpredictable. So
Okay,
you have
well,
to be careful
give
with
them a breakdown of how like everything worked for the stock markets and how did you guys get into it and started
Well,
investing?
You see, one day I installed a Robinhood.
Hey.
I bought some stocks, and then Stocks went down. I got scared, and I lost money.
Oh no! Really? Are you serious? Yeah. Oh my god! I mean, that's just the name of the game.
But I learned a lesson.
What'd you learn?
Don't panic. Don't look at it.
Don't look at it.
And just invest consistently. It's like everything else. If you put in the same amount every month and you keep it in long term, you're more likely to get ahead and average out your losses over time. Because over time, the average rate of return for the stock market is 7%. It can fluctuate a lot, but like in a 20-year period, you're more likely to gain money than lose.
You have to be very patient. Like,
Yeah.
definitely. Like, I used to be, when I first started investing, I would always check it. I'd be like, fuck, I lost like 36 cents. I'm a poor ass bitch.
Oh, that's so draining to constantly keep up with it.
But then, like, if you don't check it for a while, like, I'm pretty sure Warren Buffett, when his billions, doesn't check it out all the time. But you have to be very patient and, like, do research and never, and also, like, look at the trend
Yeah.
of, like, the stock, too. And don't make, like, impulse decisions. Just because, like, a stock is doing really well right now, it could also drop. Like, Tesla.
Oh my god.
A lot of stocks are dropping right
Yeah.
now.
Yes.
But if you don't sell, you didn't lose any money technically.
Yeah. So I would say, like, be very patient, and it's better to invest something than nothing, because, like, keeping it just in your savings account does, like, nothing.
Yeah.
Unless you have, like, a high, like, interest. And
But even then, like, inflation every year is usually around 2 or 3%. So like the interest rate you get in a savings account doesn't even account for the inflation rate. So you're technically losing money keeping it in savings. Only way to like maintain and like grow your money is to put it in stocks or some other investment like real estate or a business, something like that.
We know a couple of real estate investors in our age group.
Well, if you
One.
Who's has a
Two,
wedding coming up.
that we were not invited.
Wow, how dare they? Just because we don't speak them or know them or interact with them. Anyway,
I
well
mean-
wishes to you guys.
I mean, like, the thing about, like, investing your money into, like, real estate and, like, things like that, what you could do is literally put all that money on a card and put it as a business, and then when tax season comes around, like, all your money comes back to all your money kind of, like, comes back to you, you know, like, because you're investing it as a business, like, everything that you purchase to put into your house or, like, the rental that you're, like, or the house that you're flipping, like, you can get all that money back.
Tax write-off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's for advanced businessmen of business.
Oh yeah, I have.
Or women.
Jeez.
Or women.
Ripping these headphone users at that moment. And if you're a simpleton like me, you can just download the Robinhood app, like Peter said, and just they give you a free stock, and you just click one and hope for the best. Some people get, things like High Choose investment, and others get Microsoft, but. Some people are just
Kevin, which
born
one?
money.
Which one did you get?
Oh, I mean, I don't like to brag because I'm so humble. I got Microsoft, but hey, what can you do,
Whoa.
right? Yeah, me and Bill Gates are
Okay.
we boys. I used to pick on him in high school. All right, go ahead.
All right, the next one. Which do you value more, gratification now or later?
Well, I prefer it later. Just because, like, with investing, right? If you invest the same amount consistently over a 10, 20-year period, it'll grow by, like, multiples, like 3 times, 4 times, 5 times as much. So then I could either have, like, $10,000 now, which I would probably blow on, like...
Capping or
something like that. Or I can have like $100,000 in like 10, 15 years, which I can use for whatever.
Well, thinking about like spending habits and like everyday things, like I think for me the shit that I actually spend so much money on is fucking food. Like I spend so much money eating out, and I think like trying to like cut back on it and like cooking at home, or maybe like limiting myself to eating out like once a week or like once every couple weeks, that like helps me keep track of like all my spending and how I manage my money. And like, so like the gratification now, I think if I want something, I usually prefer to like spend money on like higher quality items. So like if it's like a pair of jeans that will last me like down the road, that could also considered like in terms like an investment that you're making for yourself with your money. You know, it's not necessarily like you're spending money, but it's like it's still an investment in the long term because you're gonna be able to get a lot of use out of it. So it's not just like thinking about like money, oh, I have to invest this in a business or blah blah blah. Even like thinking about like how you spend your money wisely, that's an investment.
And if you want to go a step further than that about saving money, don't even eat. Just go out. Don't even buy groceries. Start. You don't have to fast. Drink water. Go outside and pick berries the way God intended.
Think about it.
Anything to save $1.
But I think like in terms of like actual like the time value of money now is like worth more than money in the future because of like inflation, depreciation and stuff. But I definitely think like I would rather, like Peter said, invest and get more money later on just because like I don't know, I feel like I'm young right now and I have like so much capability to like earn that money and invest in different things. And then like later on, like if I'm able to invest and put things in like my IRA, oh
wow, our backs are focusing.
and stuff like that, like you have the capability to like make more money. So that's why I think like later is a good one.
And plus, as you said, like as we get older and more useless, we probably can't go out and earn money as we used to anyway. So it's better to have that money saved up.
So you can retire, not work for the rest of your life.
What would you guys invest in then?
Stonks.
Okay, just stocks, just
Stonks.
stocks.
I think like real estate in the future, just because
I want to flip houses.
Oh,
Whoa.
do you
With
lift
how-
or anything?
like buying them and then renovating them and then selling them.
Yes, of course. That's what that meant.
Fuck this house.
Fuck this apartment. Local Asian girl terrorizing neighborhoods.
I think that's a good idea though, because especially in like an area like Nova, like housing prices go up, and so you can make a lot of money that way. But yeah, it's a lot more work than like stocks, where you just like click a button and like buy something.
hope for the best.
Luck
And
takes
just
over.
watch the number, like the line go up.
And then all the way down.
Right.
But back up, hopefully, right?
Right.
Or you can do rentals too. If
Yeah.
you know, like if you don't want to work on the house, you can literally just buy a house and then rent it out, and that could be
Yeah.
like a passive income for you to like just have. But yeah, but I think like flipping for me is like it makes more sense because I don't know, you just earn so much money, and like after you sell it, like you literally get like $30,000 profit. So like, but it depends on like when you choose to buy and like when you choose to sell, because like right now prices for house is like so freaking high. Like it's so high in this area that like it's almost impossible. Like I can't even look for like a regular 2-bedroom for under like $400K.
Have you tried living at home with your parents for the rest of your life?
Daisy Twan shaking right now. Don't say that. Don't say that. don't do that. Back in.
Actually, Daisy and Twan are asking to live with me in the future. Okay, not here.
How the tables have turned.
But yeah, I think, but it's also like, cause I do like interior design, so I feel like that like it makes sense for me to like bring what I know from my job into like another field that I could like possibly invest in. But it's just a thought. It's not like I'm doing it like soon. But yeah.
I mean, I think what you point out one good thing is that you're wanting to invest in something you understand.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people just like jump on the hype train and like they buy in like Bitcoin or like Tesla stocks or something, but without understanding what it is.
Yeah.
And they get surprised when they get like fucked.
You have to like be smart about like
Do your studies.
how you spend, like how you're investing in it and all the time that you're putting through, because obviously because obviously like you're not just fixing the house, like you're working another job too, and then like on weekends that's when you have time to like fix the house. But like when you are like flipping a property and you're putting this much work into like the kitchen or like investing in like different parts of the house, it's good to have like hire someone who can manage the project for you, because like I know like Josh's parents like is in the process of like flipping a house right now and like trying to sell it, but like seeing them going to Home Depot like every like 3 hours to get something that they need is just like really, really like, it's just a really tiring process. And it's good to be like, to understand how everything works within that and how like everything, like what you need to prepare in order to make money and not waste time.
Yeah,
You know?
you gotta be prepared to make that commitment if you're gonna go in all the way.
Yeah, and there's a learning curve, but I
Yeah.
think like you can definitely get a higher rate of return than like just stocks, like purely passive. Like, what was that?
No. Keep going. I
Did
don't
you
see
just
it.
swallow? That's all.
Yeah.
Very aggressively.
What was the next question?
Passive.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if you want like truly pass, like I think it's a good thing to point out. Like with real estate investing and like other more active investing, you have to put in more work up front to establish yourself before you can like start reaping the benefits. And there's a little more risk involved. While with like something purely passive like stocks, right?
Yeah.
You can just buy something, hold it for a while, and reap the benefits as you go without like thinking about it. So it's obviously like not everyone wants to like deal with real estate investment and like managing like a property. Excuse me.
Okay, time out.
Oh, shut the fuck up!
I'm not doing anything.
I'm trying to listen to them, and you and Crew and Chris keep like,
I'm not doing anything.
I'm laughing because you're laughing.
laughing because you're laughing.
I'm laughing because she's laughing. Okay, sorry. We do this every time
Okay,
Peter
let's go.
talks. Okay.
I'm sorry. I really couldn't help that one.
Okay, so property, keeping up, investments.
Yeah, because like I watch a YouTuber, Graham Stephan.
I love him.
Subscribe. Collaborate with us.
Please. Yes,
Millenn-
million subs.
Oh, really?
Millennial money. We are millennials.
What does he do? I've never heard of this guy.
So he's like a real estate investor.
Mhm.
Does like YouTube and like a big YouTuber now,
Uh-huh.
where he like buys and rents property. He is a real estate agent for like these really famous people like Johnny Depp and like whatever. So he,
Jack Sparrow.
but now like he talks about like how to like save and invest for like beginners, how to like use credit cards.
Is his
basic
video style like tips like, or is it like a vlog or something like that?
It's like-
tips, more
More
tips.
tips.
Yeah,
Ah, sure.
and then he also like goes on like CNBC's Millennial Money and like.
Right.
But I think like it's a good thing that he does it because he shows them like, oh, this is what they're doing well. Because they're like people close to our age. This is what they're doing well. This is what they could do better. This is what they can cut out. And I think that's like the entertaining part of him. And I think like if any of you guys want to do like to get into money, definitely watch him.
Yeah, I think learning how to like understand money and manage money, it's all about like doing your own due diligence and just doing research for your own, because like you're not gonna have experience with it unless you're making money and you're doing something with that money.
Yeah.
And doing the research to, you know, learn about it.
Yeah, and I don't know about you guys, but like my dad and like parents didn't tell me shit about this.
Oh hell no.
Yeah.
I did not
Never
learn
had this
shit.
experience.
I still don't know shit.
Yeah, and like it was a lot of like trial and error, at least for me. Like I had some minor losses along the way, but you know, over time, like I figured out how I want to set up things, and, like how I want to live my life, and like fit that in.
You learned from it, right? Like you learned a lot of new tactics, or maybe studying new demographics or something like that. Or like, I don't even know what we're talking about. I don't know. I was just trying to use an SAT word that I had no idea what it meant. But like, if I wanted to make money, I'll just like not for my, because the only way I don't make money is for my job. That's about it. So what would you suggest I do to make more money?
Well, all you can do is like you could say I'm gonna save like $500 a month, right? And I'm gonna put it into stocks, right?
And where would I go to put, like, is there Robinhood or something like that?
Yeah, Robinhood, or like if you want like set up a retirement account, which gives you like tax benefits, where like something called a Roth IRA, where you can set up you put in your money after they take taxes out from your paycheck, right?
Right. Yeah.
But the money you put in becomes untaxable. So like if it grows to like $10,000, $100,000, the government can't tax it for you. So there's certain
in your face,
limitations.
bro.
Got him.
Brother, yeah.
But There's certain limitations, like you can only put in $6,000 a year. You can't put in have one if you make like $110,000 like a year. But it's like a really useful way for like retiring, just because like it saves you money on like taxes.
So what category do you invest in the most, like technology-based stuff or like?
So I have 2 accounts. One, like my three accounts technically.
Damn. Big spender.
Must be nice.
Well, yeah. Suggesting the mic. So I have my company 401k where like they have this like fund, right, where they do all the hard work for you. They pick the stocks and like set up everything, and you just buy like shares of that.
That's so
Is
convenient,
that like
bro.
Vanguard?
Yeah, like a Vanguard Target Retirement. So like they basically build a portfolio for you and say, you want to retire by 2060, so we're gonna pick stocks that will grow.
It's such a long time. I'm tired.
It's only
Flash
40
forward.
years. But they pick like a portfolio that like will grow the most, and like accept the most, like the pick an acceptable risk level for you to grow the most by that time. So that's like easy. You don't have to think about it, and it's automatic right out of your paycheck. Now then,
Convenient.
obviously, yes.
Because you don't do anything, you just do everything.
You don't even.
I don't think my job has that set up. So.
Yeah, it depends on your job too.
Yeah.
So.
I think you can set up one yourself, but I don't think it's.
I'm sure your job offers you a 401k though.
Yeah, I signed
Like
up for my
most-
401k. I'm nervous because I never ran that much before.
Bro.
Got him.
I stole that tweet. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I think like some companies don't. Like for
'Cause,
real.
yeah, mine doesn't match anything with like.
But it's still like good.
Yeah, it's still good to have
Yeah.
it, but like it will differ. So like
Yeah.
if anyone out there wants to like do what Peter's doing, like maybe
Yeah.
their company doesn't offer
Yeah.
it.
But,
But
if your company does and they offer a match, always max it out to that
Yeah.
match because that's free money.
Mhm.
You can also set up a Roth IRA, as I mentioned before, where you put in money after you pay your taxes, and that money's untaxable forever. I would suggest maxing that first, especially when you're young and you're poor, because the tax rate you're receiving now on your paychecks is lower than what's going to be in the future, hopefully. Then I have a regular like Robinhood account where I buy like individual stocks. Yeah, so I have 2 different investing strategies. One where in my retirement accounts, I do buy what are called ETFs and mutual funds, which are like these kind of like a portfolio of like all these different companies. So instead of having to like think and like pick anything, I kind of like buy a little piece of all these companies, and I do what's called a I like stocks.
Use his Robinhood
Yeah.
referral code so he can get the stock.
are there any other questions, Chris, or
Oh yeah. Okay, but I did want to ask something because I have a Roth IRA too, but people are just like people don't really think about their IRAs, especially like when they're young. But invest as early as you can,
Yeah.
because the later you invest, like the less money you can have. And like you don't have to put in like $1,000. Do what makes you comfortable. You don't always have to go like I'm not gonna invest because I have $1,000. If you have like even $20, $25,
Yeah.
It
something
can
as
be
easy as that, definitely put it in because it's just better than just leaving it in your savings.
Right.
Definitely,
Or spending it.
yeah, because like you know like where it's going to, but also be cautious like of how much you invest too, because at the end of the day, like you should have a safety fund.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a Roth IRA, Robinhood. Some people use like Acorn, Vanguard, stuff like that too.
Yeah. Like Vanguard is like it's simply like bigger like companies are better for like retirement accounts and like managing like a lot of money. But like if you want to like have fun and like pick your own personal stocks, you use like Webull or like Robinhood, or Acorn if you just don't want to like think about it at all.
Yeah. All right, and our last question is, what are your tips on budgeting?
Well, what I do is like I'm gonna save this much money first. So I take that, I immediately send it straight to like a savings account or my retirement investing accounts, so that I'm not tempted to like spend it. Then I say, all right, these are the things that I value most. Like value most spending time with friends, so like I'll budget this much money to eating out rather than like other stuff that I don't care about, and then adjust like my money accordingly.
Yeah, or like, so I started with just like paying off all the bills that I have for that month first, and then I put whatever money I have left from that into my savings account, and then whatever money I have left from after paying bills and putting it into my savings, then I start like taking it out and like doing the same thing, like prioritizing like what I want to spend my money on. And like right now, like I'm trying to like save up for a trip, so it's like maybe I put more money aside to, you know, budget off of that. So it's just like taking into account, like knowing exactly like how much you have to have prepared to like pay for all your bills. Like if your bills, like if you have to pay like $800 rent plus your car insurance, gas, blah blah blah, and all that, take that number and just like make sure, like it doesn't matter if you. I just like to set up auto pay because it's like easy on me, and I don't have to like forget like paying it every month. But like after that money is gone from my bank account, like I check it, I'm like, oh fuck, like that shit hurted. But
you ever set auto pay and forget that you had an auto pay and be like, hey, whoa, hey, $200, but mom,
yeah,
Mom, call the police.
yeah.
Sir, it's for your bills. That's a lot. This is a lot.
But yeah, definitely like remember to like know like what bills you have due for that month or like that week or whatever, and pay that off first, and then save whatever money that you can, or try to prioritize, like think ahead and see like, oh, what do I have to save for like Chris said, like have a backup spending, or like, so just pay first, save, and then prioritize like what you have to spend on, basically.
Yeah, so some people say there's like the 50-30-20 rule, which is like 50% should go to like your definite needs, like food, your rent, gas, student loans if you have them. 30% will go to like whatever else you want to. Maybe it's eating out. That's what I spend most of my money on. Clothes, stuff like that too. And then 20% should go in your savings. But I think that varies from person to person because it depends on maybe your living situation or how many people you're supporting too. But what I'll say about like saving is make realistic goals, because like you don't want to be, say you make like $20,000 like a year and you save like $15,000. Like that's unrealistic because you have like your needs and you have like your expenses, unless like you're getting everything paid off for. So be reasonable like with your goals too, and then always understand that you can say no to whatever you're spending. Or so like if you're saving up for something and your friends are like, let's go out downtown for some drinks, you can say no to that. So I think that's like something people have to realize is you can budget, but you also, if you are saving up for something, you have to have like
discipline.
Yeah.
Also, another thing is like if you make like $20,000 a year, don't buy like a Mustang or something. Like,
yeah.
There's like the memes of like those guys who joined the military and then they immediately
like a Camaro.
Don't be one of those guys, because like you're gonna overextend yourself and end up like in serious debt.
I mean, as a third grader, they teach you the phrase "live within your means." Like this is.
Okay, well, those military guys are like just graduated high school. I don't think they understand money and like budgeting.
Do you know any?
No.
Home security activated. I mean, another tip I have is to take a screenshot of your bank account and then set it as your wallpaper on your phone, so that you're reminded that you're an entry-level piece of shit for now, and you shouldn't be doing this. Anyway, I don't do that, but it's a good tip that I'm gonna start considering.
Start doing now.
One app I do use is called Mint. So you can set up like when your auto payments are, and it says like this is your current balance, and then this is how much I want to spend on like food, on gas, on like whatever you want, and that keeps me on track. Because they like send me, they'll be like, you're at 95% on your spending. I'll be like, fuck. I don't have the money. But like small things like that, you have to stay very disciplined, and also make sure like every single month you're maybe gonna be like spending something different. Like if you're going on vacation, your vacation budget will be different. But like if you say like 60% one month, you can go, or like 25% 1 month, and you can go like to 15% if you're going on your trip. You can allocate those things like differently too.
Hey, buy your tickets now. They're lowering all the prices.
It's
Freaking
Corona
coronavirus.
time.
Which you will find out in our next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, since on the topic of money, please don't skip our ads. Because we need the money.
Like, comment, and subscribe below so you can get monetized.
All right. Thank you.
See you next week.
See ya.